Good morning, arvo, evening, g'day. How's it going? Welcome on back to SMP. Here we are. A little bit of an explanation. If you're wondering, the costume, I will leave a link at the end. There's a video going around of I think it's like my first 10 matches in the wrestling industry. So starts off with training and then moves on to my actual matches. So I'll link that at the end. But also to explain. Sim City is kind of what I'm working on building. So that is the plan. So as we have a look around, kind of keep this as inspiration. So yeah, let's go have a look. But yeah, we're in actually where I didn't show you like in the last video, upstairs, where I've got my bed and all my records and all the mob heads and all my goodies that I regularly am using upstairs, which good old bubble elevator takes us up and down very nicely. But also I've done a little bit of work on this council building, thinking it needed a little bit more colour, and I'm absolutely loving the green from the copperization of the copper, the oxidization. I think it, yeah, I know I did it on the hospital, but that's made of diorite, and it's got granite and but yeah, I thought because it's all would be part of the same somewhat, build city, it would be also with that same green. So there will be other like large buildings that are built that, sadly enough, as you saw from this picture, there's a lot of white in SimCity. So I've yeah. And then there's a lot of grey. Grey's fine, I've got plenty of stone. But out the back here is something that I had to do for my own brain. I had to put car parks in for the council building, thinking, you know what I mean, there's roads. So therefore, just on a realistic side of things, I'm like, where are the cars going to park? So spoiler, this was actually, I put a photo up on my Discord, which will be linked below. You're more than happy to join of I think it was like this block, one of these, and all it was the block and like the end rod. But yes, cars come in this way, and you've got a little ticket machiney thingy there. I know I should put like a lever or something on it. Gate, go open, just magic. Don't know how. And then car parks. And we made a couple of levels. So we've used the deep slate for the road once again, which I'm pretty much going to stick with around the city. This is more the unlike non-used, where the normal is just the road. I know it's very technical, but no, I was very happy with how this all ended up. But let's just slowly come out and sit around. But yeah, the roundway is just over here, which is actually up the next level. So I thought I might as well make our way all the way up, because this exit, completely forgot about any form of exit like when I was first building it. So modifications and shape sizes and so forth. Still got plans on doing elevators up this side, to be able to get up and down, like to the different levels. Just something that I thought that I should add. But yeah, good old driveway straight down. So yeah, we ended up a little bit thinner than I thought. Nicely out to the road, and we're back out to like the entranceway. So I was, yeah, very happy with the way that this all like turned out and looked. Oh yeah, I also did the back of the council building as well, with a little bit of the green copper bars. Didn't do too much, even up and around. Gee, the rain's just annoying. But yeah, I did a little bit up there, but I didn't do any on the lower sides. I didn't think it needed it. There's not a huge amount of space, so I thought the cleanness was fine. With yeah, went to town a little bit with detail, mixing in also the trees from the nether. Can't remember which ones they are. But I don't think didn't do anything new for the hospital. So we'll make our way over here onto the oval area, which, if you remember, I said I was going to build the school, which you can see just over yonder. And beside that, I was going to do an AFL football field, but I was going to do it this way. That the maths just wasn't mathing. It was just not being nice. So I did a half or a quarter of a field. It's like 50 meters to the wall, which is where usually there is or 50 yards, a line, and then you go into the center square, and then it's from there it's duplicated like from the center. But nah, I think this worked out pretty fine. So used way too much iron, but yeah, the good old cage to make sure the footy doesn't go out into the river or hit anyone driving into the hospital. At least they're driving like at the hospital. That's kinda. But there is a small little way. I gotta do stairs or something. I don't know what I want to do, but yeah, a little bit of a walkway, say for the kids to go down in case, or a teacher, gotta be safe, duty of care, to make sure to go down to the river to be able to pick up any massive kicks. So I didn't want to build the fence any higher. I didn't want to take too much away from like the skyline. But yeah, you come up here, like the council and all that is still like visible. But no, let's have a look at this actual school. We'll go down the side. Boop a doop a doo. Come on. We'll get there. And then we'll jump into a little bit of free cam. I still really like the way that I dipped the hospital down into there. But yes, the school. This took way too long. There was a lot more to it than I thought there was. And I did not do all the rooms. That was just... that wasn't going to happen. Just way too long. But yeah, let's have a little squeeze. Good old, once again, coming down. I'm sorry, left-hand drive. Yeah. Just how my brain does it. Into somewhat of the driveway. I'm completely guessing. Like, I don't know how a school like this like operates. Australian schools are very differently designed. They're certainly not. Yeah, there's a lot more what we call portables. smaller rooms that were all portable. So yeah, you can pick them up, and well, they split in half and they move around. Most of our schools are made up of these portables. So yeah, something like this, I don't really know, but I had an absolute ball in building it. Food. It's completely safe here, but just realizing I can't quite run. But yeah, coming into the reception area, got like the principal's office, and then like the vice principal, and then I was thinking like this would be somewhat like the data room. I know at our schools here in Australia, we have a room that has our databases that have air conditioning and stuff like all in there, but just huge memory banks that, each school has. Coming around to the back to the sick bay, couple of beds, couple of chairs, little table. Oh, yeah, into where the reception area is. This here is what I'm classifying as like a PC laptop. I'm thinking like a personal computer. Just it kind of, that's what I think. Where my brain went. In here would be the person that runs the school, business manager, the unknown heroes of a school, the work that the business manager does behind the scenes to make sure it's crazy. But through here to the staff room, which takes us back out to the front entranceway where the reception offices. So all of this is all somewhat connected. I quite enjoyed the way that it all flowed together. But then, down each of these corridors, there's rooms. I haven't, done anything really with the rooms. They've got little sub rooms off them that would be like the reading room or teachers like office if they were a specialty teacher or something. A lot of our schools, this building, if it was like the portables I was talking, it would be able to be split down the center here and also split down here. And they would come with 2 rooms. There would be one here, then 2 little offices, and then another room, which is kind of this here. But that wouldn't be there. that would be the end of it. But that's just, I can't help it. I've worked in schools. Of course I went to school, but I've also spent many years working as an integration aide, teacher's aide. So I know like all the different levels. But each one of these have nice little room. I've carpeted all up just to pretty much make sure that it is spawn proof. And it goes all then down here to a couple of more rooms down here. So like we can have a look outside. Actually, I did a little bit out here as well. So there is a second story which we'll get to, but then over this far side here, it's a duplicate of this side. So the only thing that is different is the offices and the staff room. So, but they were able to like all these office and this staff, and then the same thing down this side. Another room there, couple of rooms up here, which quite happy with. But the rooms, and then down there, you know what I mean, there's another couple of rooms, the same as like the other side. But which way? Upstairs, there is a lot of other plain rooms like this, but there is a couple of rooms that I did spend a little bit of time in setting up. First one, this one here, as you might recognize, it's a mixture between two different rooms: the old school library, e.g., all the books, and the new generation of a learning center, I think is what they're calling them. Places where there's like, yeah, PCs and workstations. Down the back here, there's more workstations, or like laptopy PCs that I classified as a laptop or PC. Nice little balcony area for those people that do like to pick up a real book. Come sit. But yeah, that's one of the rooms. I enjoyed building this. I thought it was quite fun. But then, see, yeah, more just basic rooms up here. Coming down, like this room down here is huge. Huge. I know, I don't think I got the sizes right. But here is what I'm classifying as our art room. So, not as much detail as like that room. The easel whiteboardy thing here. Good old, I love these new shelves. That's what they are. But yeah, that took a little bit of like thinking. But yeah, out to the balcony once again. I thought the art room would use it more for artwork that would need to dry. And then through here, I had to add an old school dark room. I know we would not use them now, but they might still like bring out the old camera and like film and get the kids to still do it. But yeah, these days all photography is done, you know what I mean, on the PC, so no need for the old style dark room. So I kind of still left it open. So yeah, I had to add it. It was just, well, the high school I was in, our art department got burnt down. So the dark room that we got was such a big deal. It stuck in my head as a major part of an art room, a school. But yeah, then this stairwell comes back down. I just thought that was really cool. I just thought to the main entranceway. But if we would, but yeah, also then go through this, connects up nicely. I enjoyed doing the lights as well. I tried to do the fluorescent light as much as I could out to the back area. So once again, like more of a sitting, calming area. Got some gates up here. I'm assuming that, well, they can close. But yeah, I thought leaving them open's not bad. But the good old seats out the back. But yes, that has been what I have been up to. That's why it took me a little bit longer to get my next video out. Plus, the good old Aussie weather. It's just way too hot. Like it's at the brink today, but had to get this one out. But next, I don't quite know what building I might start doing a house, because all of this area here is all homes. So I've got a lot of homes. Or over there is the commercial district. So if we think about this and think about the different styles, where the commercial's a lot more grayer with the like white for the upper market ones. The first thing I gotta look at is because they're all just single level. They do double up and become mega structures. So, I know I'm half talking SimCity. But that is the plan, to get something similar kind of looking. I'm not going to be able to build the donuts. They're just going to be, houses. But that is going to be it for today. I would like to thank you all very much for dropping by. I will put in the link there of me and my wrestling career, or well, the first about 6 months, I think it is. But thank you very much, and I will see you all again. Bye.